Hey everybody out there in Tankland, welcome to another World of Tanks commentary with me, your host, Syndex, but you can call me Andy. Today we have a replay of the T26E4 Super Pershing American Medium Tier 8 Premium Tank on Halluf. Everybody's favorite map, Halluf, right? Right. Yeah, didn't think so. But nonetheless, it is in the lineup, so every now and then you will have to play on this wonderful map.
Move out.
Some people like it. I don't. Kind of like the T26E4 Super Pershing. I like the Super Pershing, but it's kind of a coin flip of a tank. It's not really going to carry any games. By carry, what I mean is it's not going to be the all-determining factor of whether or not you come out victorious. It's a very good tank. It's very good at what it does. And what it does is absorb shells like no other tank. It is a shell sponge, if I may. The problem with that is the drawback is its gun. It's kind of inferior for Tier 8. It doesn't have a ton of penetration. Definitely doesn't have a whole lot of damage. Decent rate of fire. You're going to need to make your hits count when you're facing up these Tier 8s and Tier 9s. That is also one of the nice things about the T26E4 Super Pershing is it doesn't get matched with Tier 10s, even though it is a Tier 8 tank. So that is something to note. I'm going up here on the northwest hill on Halluf, very popular area, except not today. Only me and another fellow Spursing, as I sometimes like to call them, are headed up here today, and we are just going to be the two of us today. And one thing we can do is we're going to be able to hold off any opposition up here pretty well if we just face our frontal armor and form kind of a Spursing wall. That's really it's gonna take whoever comes up here a little bit of time to get through us, to break through this little this mobile obstacle that we are. And already I'm kind of or I guess no, the ISU 152 up on the hill behind us that likes to snipe from there. I look back at him. He's asking us to fall back so that the enemy will come up to the hill so he can have line of fire on him. So I back up a little bit. Looks like the other Spursing didn't quite get the message, and he's actually a little farther up than I'd like to be. I wish he would kind of get up here and get side by side with me, and like I said, kind of form a Spursing wall that near impenetrable. But it doesn't look like he's going to do that. He's actually going to get in my line of fire and leave us with only one barrel shooting at him rather than two. Try not to do that, folks. Make sure all your guns have line of fire, as many guns as possible, so you can shoot the enemy Super Pershing in the cupola like so. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to have to try and find weak spots. Alright, they have two Super Pershings. And what is that, a KV-5? Yeah. Talk about impenetrable steel walls there. What we're gonna do, and see what if you notice what I'm doing here with my turret, I'm moving it side to side. That's to give them a harder target to aim for. The cupola is probably the most. They're probably going to be aiming at that more than any other weak spot on my tank. So I'm kind of moving it to give him, a moving target is a lot harder to hit than a immobile one. Probably couldn't think of the word I was actually looking for there, but that's okay. I think you'll forgive me. And also another weak spot to aim for that's not as commonly gone for is right below the turret spaced armor on the left and right side. As you can see right there, I'm not actually hitting it at the moment, but I think I will be in a few minutes on one of those Super Pershings. And hey, look at that, my fellow Super Pershing did back up next to me, and now we have formed that Spursing wall I was talking about. He is taking a lot more hits than I am. I guess they're just focusing on him because of my dancing turret tactic. Take out one of the enemy Super Pershings with a little help from our grill. Tier 4 artillery. And keeping them in one spot Here we go, looking for those weak spots. Hit the dead Pershing. Aim for those tubes, because those tubes technically don't exist. You can shoot straight through them and hit the cupola, however you want to pronounce it. But yeah, if you shoot at those tubes, they usually will still deal some damage. So that's what I usually aim for. Now see that other side, I'm not sure if that's really a weak spot. I think it's just a viewport. Because I think... And there's that, like I said, right below the spaced armor. Didn't quite get it. The gun was off a little bit and actually hit the spaced armor and slowed the shell down. So I'm going to try and hit it again. There you go, right below there. That is a weak spot. So as long as you're not shooting spaced armor on the T26E4 Super Pershing, probably going to deal some damage. But nearly the entire front of the Super Pershing is spaced armor. So yeah, you're just going to have to be good at finding those weak spots, do a little homework, figure out where the weak spots are on this tank. On the KV-5, it's that R2-D2 unit up front. You can nail that thing all day, and it'll deal. That's the biggest weak spot on there, and it's probably its biggest drawback because it's such a big target. The rest of the tank is pretty tough, but that spot right there, ooh, just missed it. See, and there we go, didn't get any damage. This guy, I think my ISU is still backing me up there. The grill takes out the KV-5. Thank you for the RD support there. Doing a good job. T26E4 kind of made a mistake there, the enemy one. He kind of got himself in a pickle. Showing his side and rear armor. That is the last thing you want to do with the Super Pershing. So I sit there, I've taken a beating all day. Still just down to 51%. And look where they've been shooting at me. The wrong side. That's the incorrect cupola, or I'm trying to think of the word, but the hatch. That's what I'm looking for. They were shooting at the wrong hatch. You want to shoot, if you're looking at the Super Pershing, you want to shoot the left hatch. That is it's a bigger target, so that's even more convenient, and it's kind of dome shaped, so it's got some viewports on there. That is the one. Usually, if you do shoot it, you're probably going to get the commander. I lose my commander almost every game in this thing, sometimes twice. So now me and the T-34 are going to go up this hill and kind of get on behind them. And the other side has been doing a very good job too, taking care of business down there with the Type 59s. So many Type 59s were in this game. But the one thing with the Super Pershing is, like I was saying at the beginning, you're kind of a coin flip tank. You're not going to sway the battle too much because you can't, move to different fronts. Even though you are a medium, you're the slowest medium I've had the pleasure of playing. It moves like a heavy. Sometimes, I want to say it's even slower than the KV-2. I might be wrong there. It's obviously slower than the T-34, and that's actually kind of slow. So, T26E4 Super Pershing is going to be, it's a different type of tank to play. My win rate actually isn't too good on it, but I think my hit percentage and other stats otherwise are decent. We're okay with it, but it's not a game-winning tank like, say, a KV-1S or a M4 with a derp gun. It's not going to be a very huge determining factor in the game if you don't have the team to back it up. You can absorb shells all day, but you really need some teammates that are going to dish out the damage. T-34 there. T-20 was a little zealous there, and T-34 made him pay for it. Yeah, don't ram a T-34. They're pretty darn heavy. I don't know if they're as heavy as a Super Pershing now. That's a good question. I'll have to look that up later. Game is coming to a close. Only got 2 kills. I got plenty of penetrating hits. I took plenty of hits. And I think that was enough to get me my Ace Mastery badge on this game. Yeah, see, I'm too slow. I don't think I'm going to get any more action in this game. No, I'm pretty sure they have it handled from here on out. But, it's a fun tank. I wouldn't recommend taking a whole lot of premium ammo. I don't have any premium ammo on this replay, which I've actually changed that up. I threw a few more premium rounds on there just in case. I always like to be prepared for any situation. And the game is, I think, coming to a close. Yeah, and we're going to go ahead and post post-battle report, and we'll get back at you there. Alright, 118,468 credits, not a bad payday, 4,082 experience, that's with the double XP for the day. And that's what you get for just plinking away and chipping away at those other tanks. Let's see here in the team results. I battle hero status again, 1,361 experience with no modifiers. Type 59 a close second. And let's see, it was enough for a take-home pay of 107,278 credits, 3,555 damage. All those shots did amount up. 21 direct hits, 16 penetrations. That's enough to get that Ace Mastery badge and a pretty good victory. I hope you liked the video, and if so, hit that button and subscribe.